365. My name is Erica Vassal, and I am an entrepreneur with 30 years of experience. And I'm very excited for this episode. Well, as usual, I'm always excited, but this one can be a game changer, not only in your relationships, in your life, but in your business. So I am here with my dear friend, Tex Roy Elliott. He's also an entrepreneur, and he's the one who taught me about this mantra, I guess you would say. So good morning, Tex Roy.
Good morning, and good morning to everyone else as well. Well, like I always say, need no introduction. It's the beautiful and intelligent Miss Erica Vassar. Okay, let them know what's today's topic, Erica.
All right. So really, it's episode 10. Do you truly love yourself? And also, if so, consider asking yourself this question. And one day you said something to me like, you said about you, because you love yourself, you won't do XYZ. This is what you said, right? And if you love yourself, why would you do this? And it got me thinking, right? And I thought about it and I thought about it, but it wasn't until this happened. So I'm trying to be the healthiest. I'm trying to be the best version of myself, right? And I'm trying to be healthy, okay? I'm trying to get healthy. So what happened was I went to CVS, it's like my favorite store, okay? And I bought chocolate, the chocolate that I eat in Jamaica, okay? Because I'm homesick. And I tell him, hey, I went to CVS today and I got chocolate. And he said, well, then you don't love yourself. And he said, I don't want to hear about the chocolate. And I was like, oh, snap. He's right. Like that doesn't even make any sense. I chose to go to CVS. I chose to buy this chocolate, and it was a big thing of chocolate too. And I chose to eat it. Now, why would I do that? If I love myself I'm trying to get healthy, the choice that I made was not showing myself that I love myself. And when he put it in that scenario, when he said it at that time, it really made a big difference. So I haven't had any candy since then because when I go to the store and when I go to CVS, that was my routine, right? Go to the candy aisle. I ask myself, well, Erica, do you really love yourself? If so, you wouldn't be making these choices. And that just phrase, mantra, whatever you want to call it, has made such a huge impact in my life. And I know that it can impact so many others with the choices that they're making. Listen, I used to be in the weight loss industry, and I know that the most successful people were the people who understood why they were making the choices they were. They were going to be so successful, they were going to keep it off, right? And I said to him, man, had we had this phrase, whatever, back then, it would really make people think. And it's just made a huge impact in my life. And so why don't you share? Well, what are your thoughts about that, first of all?
Well, I'm the non-nonsense type, the common sense type. You look to the things you do, and you're like, damn, why am I doing this? Do I truly love myself? When this is doing harm to me, and I'm still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the questions you ask yourself when you do things that you feel deep down that it's not good for you. Whether
Mm-hmm.
it's drinking, smoking, eating, whatever bad habit that does harm to your body, that deteriorates your body, that deteriorates your mental, that can't be good. And that don't look like someone that love yourself when we do these things. Notice I said we all do it. If I truly love myself, why am I doing this? Don't make no sense. Example, uh, while we was talking about a person trying to lose weight, they keep eating all this junk food and they see what it's doing to them, and they just still keep doing it. Some of us do it because we don't love ourselves. Some of us do it because we don't have the discipline, we don't have the control, or some of us do it because subconsciously we don't love ourselves. That's why some of us do it, I truly believe. However, I think a person that truly love their self, they're aware of these things. So if I'm eating all this junk food and each time I just see my belly getting bigger or some part of my body just keep getting bigger and bigger and I don't do nothing about it, that's not self-love. That's, to me, it's more like self-hate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's food, so easier said than done. but it takes discipline. You know, yeah, it takes discipline to love yourself. Like I said, it's food, and you might want it. You know, it tastes good, but what it's doing to your body, it don't make too much sense. And some of us, we see it doing to our body, and we welcome it because of self-hate. You know, I've seen people who cut themselves, just keep cutting themselves. I've seen people drink themselves till to a point where they can't even stand. That don't seem like love, you know. Sometimes we going through things in life and we try to block it out with drinking, smoking, or whatever else type of drugs, you know,
Mhm.
because we hate ourselves, we blame ourselves for whatever reason. And sometimes traumatic things happen in people's life where they start disliking themselves.
Or
For
is it
me,
that they really wait? Is it really that they dislike themselves? Because I'm not sure if that's it, but I could be wrong. Okay, because I there's been periods in my time where I've made choices because of the trauma or the pain. So let's say that you are drinking or eating or something just to push down that pain. Does that mean that you don't love yourself, or you just can't even believe that you went through this trauma? Because I'm not sure if it means you hate yourself if you're trying to, maybe it's that you're not processing it to move on. Maybe you're just pushing it down. I don't know.
keyword some of us. Keyword some of us. Do I believe, me personally believe that if a person keep doing what they're not supposed to, like I said, some of us, we do it because we mad at ourselves. So that's self-hate. Some of us, we do it because we don't have the discipline. We don't want to do it, but we keep doing it because we don't have the discipline, you know, the control. In my opinion, when you look at it and look at the effect that whatever you're doing that's not good for you has on you, that don't look like love, or that
That's
don't
true.
look like a person that truly understand and love herself. You know, like I said, I just go off common sense. All right, so I know that. Like I said, I smoke. I'm definitely trying to quit, but you have to be ready mentally, whether it's eating, drinking, smoking, you know. And we all know that smoke do harm to our bodies, you know, the smoke do harm, but we still doing it like a discipline, and we do these things for comfort. However, some of us, we do it just to block out the stress. We do it because we don't love ourselves enough. Self-love comes with taking care of yourself. You don't look for others to take care of yourself. So that means you're eating right, you're drinking right, you're sleeping right, you know, and you're getting the right information in your mind so you can be right mentally, you know. That's self-love.
You know what?
Um, mhm.
Hey, listen. So I was thinking about what you're saying, and I would say that also sometimes the choices that we're making or the things that we're doing that are harming ourselves, we might be doing because somebody else harmed us. Someone else did
Mhm.
something to us. So then we feel like that's what we deserve. So we keep repeating that behavior over and over. I know that's what happens to me. Well, I'm going to hurt
Wow.
myself,
To be
So
honest, that's a perfect example of self-hate right there. To be honest with you,
I
because
just
if
don't like
some
it being called that.
but it is when you look at it for what it is,
I
you know.
I know.
Mhm.
I know.
Okay, so it's not what you like; it's the fact of the matter of whatever it is, being whatever it is, you know.
Yeah,
Like I
it's
said, it
true.
takes discipline. It takes discipline, but we're talking about true love for self, you know. For
Mhm,
me, if I ever see myself getting out there, I'm gonna tighten up because I love me, Texroy.
mhm,
If I see certain things going on in my life, I'm gonna find that discipline to tighten up.
mhm.
If I have an issue, maybe an argument or something bothering me mentally, I pay attention to my body because I love myself. If I have an issue, I don't care. It could be my mama. So if she says something, whoever says something to me and it stresses me mentally, and I see where this stress is affecting me, or I stop caring about whatever it is because I pay attention to my body. Most of us, if we pay attention to our body, we'll see things before we get there.
Tell them your 2 signs that you know something's bothering
My
you.
two signs, which is big for me, if I'm worried enough, if I'm worried about something, I get a headache. I don't need to wait till I get a big headache. I just have to get a slight headache, and
Mm-hmm.
I block whatever I'm worried about. Or
Mm-hmm.
if I get heartburn, if I get even slight heartburn, I block whatever out.
Mm-hmm.
I just stop caring about it. It's just mind over matter. So that's my way of saying I love myself, because I'm not going to allow anything to stress me, whereas though I dare to deteriorate my own body.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of us people don't understand stress. Unfortunately, I understood it at a young age, so that's why I'm able to even sit here and articulate myself
Mm-hmm.
in what it does and what it is. So some of us, when we don't fully understand it, we might be worrying about something. Then we start getting these headaches. And instead of we blocking that out or find ways how to cope with that, we just dwell on it and we still worry. Then we wake up with a headache every day,
Yeah.
wondering why we got this headache.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us, we start getting heartburns, meaning you start getting like an ulcer. Because when you worry so much, the lining, the things in your body, is the acids start eating off of it, develops these sicknesses, which
Right.
is called ulcer. Then it develop into a bleeding ulcer. Some of us don't know how to stop that mentally, because we allow it. It gives us a little comfort and a little self-pity. So we just dwell on it and keep worrying and worrying. And then we wake up every day talking about, oh, I got a heartburn, oh, this, oh, that. I'm here to tell you, listen right now, how to deal with that.
Yeah.
Whenever you got something stressing you so much, find the power, find the willpower, or find a smart way how to deal with it. Whether get on your phone and block it out mentally, watch TV, go do some exercise, do these things, go talk to somebody,
Yeah.
anything but to block that out mentally that you keep dwelling on. Because when you think about something negative so much, it's a worry. When you dwell on it, you're just trying to figure out, and you driving yourself crazy for real.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah. We should
what
tell
do you
them what my mom said. Anytime a negative thought pops into her head, she would pop it like a balloon, right? It's like, just don't
Yep,
allow those negative thoughts. Just be very careful.
I totally agree with your mom on that. Totally agree.
Yeah.
So that's good advice. So did you take that advice, Miss Vassar?
Yes.
You laugh. You love laughing. Well, that's good advice. How about telling us the one that your grandfather?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us
All
that
right.
one. That's a good one too.
Yeah. So my grandfather had the 70s, and he was known for the 70s. So take the time to think things through. And that's also goes along with this one, asking yourself, like me in CVS, hey, CVS should sponsor us because I spent a lot of money there. So asking myself in the aisle, like, take the time to think things through, asking myself, do I truly love myself? Why would I make this choice for this chocolate? They really go hand in hand, but if you do make a choice, right? And let's say, which I'm not going to, but if I did, let's just say that I made the choice and I ate the chocolate again, right? I think it's important to stop and ask yourself why. Like, why did I choose that? Right. And then figure it out so that you don't keep doing it, because,
Yeah.
you know,
And not to cut you, but I mean, we're not saying it's bad to eat junk food or nothing. It's just that when we consume so much and we seen it, what it's doing, and we just keep doing it, that's when it becomes an issue. Because we all love to eat things that taste good, but when we done it so much, and some of us do it. I've seen people do it, like they just don't care. And sometimes when the people just don't care, that means they just don't care about self. They don't care. A person be 100 pound, 50 or 200 pound, and just keep eating. They don't care. It's self-hate. That's self-hate, when you just don't care what happened to your body. They stop caring about people's opinion who is looking at what's happening to them. But just understand and believe and know that love conquers all. Love conquers all. So I'm sure some of us seen situation. I've seen situation where you see a kid in school or whatever, they be the baddest kid. You know what? They don't have enough love at home. And when they do things, these are some of the things that come out their mouth. Well, my mom don't care, my dad don't care. When you see a kid with that mental, uh, which word I'm looking for, that mental perception, or however word I'm looking for at the moment. Sorry, but when you see a kid talking like that, it's missing love, and sometimes they start hating even their self, so they'll do whatever because there's not enough love there.
Yeah.
They start lacking love for self as well.
So they're seeking attention any way they can get it.
When you see a kid acting out sometime, pay attention to that. And like I said, with parents, don't stop showing your kid love, because it help your kid love self. Now, if a parent don't care and they don't show that love, that kid stop caring too. Sometimes they stop caring about self. They just don't care. They start hating themselves and hating others around them for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So love is very important, especially self-love. If you love yourself, it's so much easier to love others. So much easier. And a person that loves self is a secure person for the most part, most times. But anyway, it ain't about praising yourself or none of this and none of that. But at the end of the day, if you don't love you, who else gonna love you?
Well, that's powerful. Well, I hope that this has been helpful. I know that it's truly impacted me, and I can't wait to hear what your takeaways are that are from this episode. So wherever you're watching this, please hit the subscribe button and let us know what your takeaways and your thoughts are. And if you're not sure where to find us, it's YourDailyBoost365.com. Be sure to sign up so we can let you know when our book is finally going to drop and our journal to go along with our podcast. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
Love conquers all. Remember that.